Welcome to Ask a Black Man, where we get real answers from real men. This is the dating episode where men reveal their biggest pet peeves about the opposite sex, relationship timelines, and what takes a woman from girlfriend to wife. Let's meet the men.
I had a great time dating. It was great. I just took that time to realize what I did and didn't want.
If she has some good draws, you want to keep getting those.
I'm scared the marriage will change everything.
Maybe I'm not ready for this because maybe these girls are not ready. They gotta have a lot of things going for them. They gotta be patient women.
To me, dating is different than being in a relationship with somebody. Most men at some point in time want to settle down, whatever settle down means. But the younger you are, it's more of, I'm gonna date her for the now, and if she possesses some qualities that make me start to think more about going to that next level, then cool. But if not, we just gonna rock out for now.
Whether you want to get the draws or whether you want to get married, I think in the back of your mind, like you're always thinking about like, does this person have potential?
Right.
Whether or not you get to, because if she has some good draws, like you want to keep getting those.
You want to think a little longer.
You know what I mean? And then outside of the draws, if she has some great qualities about her and things that you like, then you're like, okay, you know, you're gonna look past that and beyond that. So I'm looking at it and saying, you know, the end goal is always marriage.
I've been married actually be 9 years in April.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Nice.
I mean, my expectations were like, before when we were dating, we had the marriage talk, like just having the marriage talk and not being like, all right, I'm out. Because usually when the marriage talk came up and I knew that, you know, this woman wasn't the one, like, all right, that was the sign that I had to get up out of here, just
Right.
real talk. But, you know, once we had that talk and I realized that, you know, she was the one, I was just like, yo, once we get married, like, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna be getting a divorce, so we need to be 100% sure. Because, like, I just know many dudes that, like, they might have been married like a year or 2 years, and then you ask them, be like, yo, what happened? They'd be like, you know what, man, I knew before it happened that it wasn't right.
Right.
So I'm like, then why'd
why'd
you
you
do
do
it?
it?
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
My problem or like my fear is that I'm scared the marriage will change everything. That, you know, like when you get
will.
married,
It will.
see.
But I mean, it depends on what kind. Everything changes.
What is
It'll
change?
change if you've been like dating for like 6 months or you've been dating a year or
Yeah.
5 years. It's always
you
gonna
call
be evolving.
change?
It's always be evolving. It'll always be evolving.
That's still my fear in my heart.
Like, I literally had a list of 13 things. This was my checklist. And I measured every woman I dated by that. So we might get through the first 8, and then I'm like, oh, nah. This is the last date. Sit, you know what you want. It's like shopping list in a supermarket. You could walk in the supermarket hungry, you're gonna pick up a bunch of foolery and it's gonna go in the cart. Because you just freestyling. Versus knowing specifically what you want, going in there and shopping the proper way.
I think fundamentally women and men are just different in dating. They socialize differently. So like I always use the example of growing up and aunts or even guys in my family, uncles, they would say, hey, where's your girlfriend? I say, hey, I don't got one right now. They would say, you should have 5. You know? And
Right away.
And you know, maybe your little cousin or your older sister, whoever, you know, how they're socialized, they're totally different. They will never tell their little niece, you should have 5 boyfriends, right? So just going into things, not the expectation when they dating you is it's you and only you. They thinking you don't got other girls that you see and you talk to, right? And maybe that changes as they get older, but we're fundamentally different from the beginning. And I think this creates this kind of give take, not giving too much information, and a lot of gray area in dating.
I even tell my homegirls, as long as you ain't exchanging bodily fluids, you could be dating as many dudes as you want. And I think you should. Until the point of wanting to go to the next level and having that checklist and knowing what you want, and now you want to get more serious, then you need to streamline that and be, you know, cut it down to one guy. But when you're out there just dating and having fun, if you're not sleeping with dudes and all of that, you should be dating as many dudes as you can.
But see, when we talk about men, you know, it's like when we talk about we're dating, we sleeping with as many women.
But that's, I mean, if that's what
It's a double standard.
It's a double standard society.
And I'm not
Yeah.
telling dudes to go out there and sleep with as much as I'm not telling anybody to go sleep with as many people as
your
possible.
business.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
There's 2 different ways you can go about it. Actually interested in you in courtship is one thing. Interested in beating is another thing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it all depends on the environment. Like if you meet somebody I don't want to wife anybody that I met in the club.
I know there's small women in the club too.
It has happened that I've built a relationship
Yeah.
with somebody, but for the most part, like those circumstances in that environment is not a place that you want to meet somebody that you want to build with long term. That's a hey tonight or for the summer or for the weekend, whatever the case may be.
The key I always tell, especially in my home, I'm like the guy that all my homegirls come to. Yo, Cal, I'm messing with this guy. What you think? And I'm like, yo, consistency is key. Like, you can tell a lot about a man by what he's consistent with, and that's in any area of his life.
Does he call you back? Does he listen to you?
Right. That's it.
Does he hit you up when it's not 10 o'clock at night?
It's like there are always like blatant clues. It's like
Always.
whether you want to accept it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you call him and he's ducking your calls.
What more you need
A lot
to
of
hear?
women don't think like that. It sucks.
And
It sounds
goes back
pretty-
to the whole
pretty
circle.
simple.
In a grand scheme of consistency,
Right.
barbershop, saving, hey, I'm job or I'm consistent with you. I'm gonna pursue you. So hey, every Tuesday we're gonna go do something. You know what I mean? A lot of women don't think.
Right,
about
he's
that.
clearly showing you he knows how to be consistent with something.
There's nothing that's ever too high. You should just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, because like, especially in this day and age, I see women on Instagram and they'll be like, you know, I'm not dating a dude unless he's rich, you know, got a job, you know, no kids, car, and they'll have this like on Instagram. So it's like, yo, like, you think any dude looking at that, even if he has all those things, they'll look at you and be like, yes, baby. You know,
That's
no,
me.
yeah.
Sign me up right now. Like,
Slide in your DM.
yeah, right.
That's not how this works.
They shouldn't demand anything of anyone else that they don't have themselves.
That's
So
I think we all know women that like have like these extravagant lists, and it's like you look at it and you look at them, and it's like you ain't shit though. Why do you have this crazy long list when like your life ain't even together? That's why you single.
Next time on Ask a Black Man.
Women are very emotional, so you relate to their emotional side. You can grill on men and have them do whatever you want them to do.
But what do we do when we're not emotional creatures?
We
Like,
cheat, we men.
thanks for watching Ask a Black Man here on MadameNoire. Hope you enjoyed. You want to see more good things? Check out MadameNoire on YouTube at youtube.com/MadameNoire. Subscribe.